Hello and welcome to game number 1 of Empire, taking on Team Dignitas in a winners bracket match for the Russian Dota 2 League, sponsored by Ritmix. And we have got ourselves these standings for now. We see that Empire and Dignitas, I mean, this is still only the second round in the winners bracket. We've got ourselves a bit of a delayed match. And Empire beating Mouse to get here, Dignitas beating Rocks to get here, and both teams, actually, the both teams that they already beat, already out of the competition, as we just saw, that No Talenter beat Mouse in the losers bracket. So that is that. A winner of this match will be up against Virtus Pro in the winners bracket. A loser of this match will be up against Liquid in the losers bracket. And we're going to see which one of these two teams it's going to be. And we're going to see how they're going to be trying to do that, of course, with a draft. Because you need heroes to win a game that is based on 5 people playing heroes to win a game. And we have got ourselves the normal bands. It is going to be the Nyx, the Coddle, the Bat, and the Wisp. Or IO, I should get myself used to saying. And we'll see the Darkseer first pick up by Empire, who is playing with their full lineup today. Dignitas, though, playing with 2 stand-ins. And they pick up the Lifestealer and the Lone Druid. So those two are already 2 strong picks, and kind of already giving away a bit of the thing that they want to be doing here. And giving Empire a bit of a, well, the choice. Like, they can just let the carries go through, as in just, you know, pick up the supports first, as they know that Dignitas probably gonna be securing themselves a support or a Magnus as the last pick before the next banning phase. And they could also secure themselves 1 carry already, just to make sure that Dignitas doesn't ban out too many of those carries that Empire would like to play.
5 seconds
both teams, by the way, having gone through these picks fairly fast, not using bonus time just yet. There's gonna be a solo mid Queen of Pain by Empire here, so Viga's Queen of Pain is indeed gonna be on the table with a Shadow Demon picked up as a support for Empire, and a last pick coming in for Dignitas. And they're probably, well, I said Magnus because I kind of think, like, if you're giving away stuff anyway, you might as well just give away that Magnus as well, and give away just what you exactly want to be doing here, and basically already revealing your 3 lanes, and otherwise having the Magnus probably banned out. Because the thing is, if you're gonna be having a Lone Druid and a Lifestealer, like, those 2 heroes, very strong, of course, but they need some time to get there. You're gonna have to get something that is gonna be able to carry you to that point, to be able to, you know, actually get there without really being too much behind. Puck can maybe do that depending on how the mid lane goes. And we're going to be seeing how that matchup is going to go. Puck versus Queen of Pain in theory very even, but it's all going to come down to player skill, so it's going to be very enjoyable. And it's going to be the Undying that Empire bans out. Doesn't want to be facing up against a stronger trail lane. With Dignitas probably going to be banning out some of the carries that Empire might still want to pick up, considering Empire doesn't really have a carry picked up just yet. And there is the Gyro, indeed, going to be the first one.
Dire team ban.
And in the case of Empire, with now having 3 lanes given away what they want to be doing, supports are going to be the ones that we're seeing banned out from Empire, maybe even jungle heroes. But you can think something like a Leshrac, anything basically with a bit of a stun, because right now the only disable that Dignitas has is the Dream Coil of Puck, which is definitely a good one, don't get me wrong, but you can still move around a bit in it, and the Entangle if you're lucky. So that's going to be that one. And so I'm kind of curious to see how Dignitas is going to do their roles. As we do, of course, we have got Fear playing standing in for Dignitas in this match, so he's going to be playing the carry most likely. We'll find out how they're exactly going to be doing this. Sneaking on the Puck.
Reserve time.
Oh. Reserve time being used by Empire. Going to be deciding how they're going to be, what they're going to be banning. Kind of thinking Leshrac or maybe even a Lina. Jungle heroes could still be in the pool for Dignitas as well, if they're gonna go for a dual lane with that Leshrac, with that Lifestealer. There's a Rubik, so that is gonna be the support that they don't want to be seeing against them. With the next ban going the way of Dignitas. And I mean, so far I have to say, I mean, we've just seen a bit of a spectacular match with Dooms and stuff, you know. It happens, Dooms, nice. So far it's a bit stale, as what we see here from Empire. We've seen all this before. We've seen the lineups before, we've seen the heroes before, and the bans are kind of the same as well. So I'm kind of really hoping that
10
Empire or
seconds
Dignitas
remaining.
throws some weird ass hero into the pool. I mean, we've seen Trions lately as well. I
5
wouldn't mind one of
seconds
those
remaining.
in one of the games that I actually cast. This is gonna be the Weaver that gets banned out for
Dire team
Dignitas.
ban.
A carry that Empire also likes to pick up sometimes, and a fairly dominant laning hero if he gets the chance, especially with the Shadow Demon, he will get the chance. Shadow Demon considered one of the stronger laning heroes it is. Oh, by the way, I said that I might have a co-caster for this match, but he turned it down in the end, as he was gonna cast something else instead, so just so you are aware of that. So once again, Malone. Forever Loon, insert JPG here. JPG? Do you say it that way? JPEG? I don't know.
10
You know what I mean.
seconds remaining.
Doesn't matter. And again, Empire taking their time for the
5
next ban.
seconds
Are they gonna
remaining.
really ban at Leshrac? Because that's like someone, if you look at Dignitas lineup, like would fit up for sure.
Reserve time.
It's not something with a solid stun, but that open wounds can set up for a really good split earth, and that, yeah,
Radiant
Leshrac is
team
still gonna be
ban.
the ban. So like I said, no surprises as of yet. Well, Weaver might be for me a bit of a surprise ban, but we know that Empire likes to run it, and Dignitas of course clearly done their homework. Can't really expect anything less. By the way, I believe we're at the moment playing on US East, as is of course a European team up against a American team. American team with also American stand-ins, so everybody on even ground, I guess. Well, as in, yeah, you know what I mean. I hope you do. Like for example, sometime when we
10
saw
seconds remaining.
someone standing in, like a team intentionally going
5
for
seconds
something like a
remaining.
Swedish stand-in. If they're an American team and having to play on Europe server, having one hero without that ping difference would make a good
Dire
difference.
team
And it's an Alchemist that gets banned out by Dignitas. I mean, we've seen Alchemist picked up. We've actually seen him picked up as a support today. But I wasn't really expecting that from Empire. I haven't really seen Empire play that much Alchemist, I believe. But Empire, they're not going to be too sad about this. Leaves a lot of carries in the pool. They could pick up the Luna, something that I like to run with, and especially
10
powerful
seconds
with the Shadow
remaining.
Demon as well. And well, it
5
kind of
seconds
depends on how
remaining.
long they think the game is going to be, I guess. If you're going to be up against a Lifestealer and a Lone Druid, you have to maybe have more than just a Luna. And they're going to be going for a
Radiant
Kunkka.
team pick.
Hello, Kunkka. And this is going to be, I mean, we've of course seen it brought back again by Q-Pad. I mean, it was a while since we've seen the Kunkka, and since then, it's not only being played by Q-Pad, it's also been picked up by other teams, not all as effective as others, but Empire is gonna put it to the test here up against Dignitas, and they're gonna be going for it. Look, this is a bit mid-game kind of thing. If you're gonna dominate your
10
lane with the Shadow
seconds
Demon Kunkka, he will
remaining.
be getting out of control if possible, and he'll be able to steamroll through the game.
5 seconds remaining.
But he needs that start, because he needs those items. He needs that Shadow Blade and the Crystallis.
Reserve time.
And then he needs a dose of luck, but you know, that's a risk that you take by picking up the Kunkka, kinda. And Dignitas, now knowing what they're gonna be up against as well, I think they're gonna be okay with this. Like they know that the laning stage is gonna be important. They need to shut down that Kunkka, so they need a bit of supports that can go around for ganks quite often. We still have the Lina in the pool. Lina Vengeful Spirit wouldn't be bad. Those are two roamers that can definitely roam and get kills. They actually pick up the Jakiro already. Also, of course, Ice Path, very long range, and Kunkka is normally one that stands pretty far at the back to go for that Tidebringer, and Ice Path will be able to reach him then. So pretty nice one, especially if you consider that Shadow Demon might use the disruption to get a safe someone into safety. And for example, if you're gonna be disrupting the Queen of Pain so that she can blink away afterwards, if you're gonna put down your Ice Path slightly before the
10
disruption
seconds
runs out, the
remaining.
Jakiro is gonna be able to lock her in, and that could be death for that
5
Queen of Pain.
seconds
So
remaining.
I like it. I guess the setup is there with the open wounds.
Reserve time.
But I wouldn't mind seeing another hero that can help roam around. Maybe even a jungle hero. Chen Enchantress still in the pool, of course. Also something that Empire could still pick up. Because Shadow Demon Kunkka, they don't really need that much else. They could also pick up something like Alina still to go together with that Shadow Demon. Like I said, followed up on the disruption. But we'll find out if they're actually going to go for tri-lane or if they're going to be going for dual lane. We've seen Enigma, or we've seen Kunkka and the Shadow Demon in in mid lanes mostly actually. And that would mean Queen of Pain on the safe lane top might be a possibility. We'll find out as Enigma gets picked up as a jungle hero for Empire. So even if Dignitas is still going to go for an Enchantress or a Chen, it means that Enigma will still be able to get more farm in that jungle than what Empire or than what Dignitas is going to get with their jungle hero. If they're actually going to go for that, which still remains to be seen. They still got a full minute to think about it and then some.
10 seconds remaining.
So their bonus time still got 57 seconds
5
left.
seconds remaining.
And just a reminder, this is the best out of 3. This is only game number 1 so far.
Reserve time.
And one of these two teams is going to be going up against Virtus Pro in the winners bracket final. And the loser of this match will be going up against Team Liquid in round number 2 of the losers bracket. So at least both of these teams not out of the competition even after this match, but we'll find out. By the way, like I said, I mean, there's going to be winners bracket matches, losers bracket matches, but there's no planning just yet. The only planning that we know so far is that the finals are going to be on Sunday, so that means that there's still going to be a lot of games to play before Sunday, and we're going to be seeing if everything is able to get planned in before then, of course. And as soon as we know more, as soon as we know times, I'll let you know. As soon as I know times.
10 seconds
Stop
remaining.
talking myself in plural. And a Bane is the support pickup for Dignitas. So they got a bit of solo control, mostly for the Kunkka, but also of course for the Queen of Pain, so that Vigos can't be jumping himself around. And Bane, like, I'm kind of thinking like later on in the game, Lifestealer and Lone Druid, if they're farmed up enough, they might be able to take the game for Dignitas. Before then, you kind of have to rely on the Puck now and the Jakiro and the Bane, and if those three can't deal with Empire, this is going to be very tough for Lifestealer and Lone Druid to farm. At the bright side, Empire can maybe shut down either the Lifestealer or the Lone Druid, but probably not both. Well, we're going to be finding out how they're going to be laning things. Looks like we are going to have a top lane for the Kunkka, who's going to be played by Blow Your Brain, with Goblak playing the Shadow Demon support, of course. As we're seeing Vigos on the solo mid lane on his Queen of Pain signature hero for him, with Silent playing the Enigma, going to be going towards the jungle, and on the long lane it is going to be Scandal on the off lane, who has taken the role of Funnick, and he's going to be up against a Lone Druid played by Fear, so he is going to be taking on that Lone Druid role. Has got a Panda Bear, so I normally assume that people who get the Panda Bear are awesome players, because you know you only pick up sets for awesome heroes that you have, even though everybody wants to have a Panda Bear.
30 seconds to battle.
Anyway, it's gonna be Fear on the bottom lane. Looks like he's gonna be by himself, Fogged. He is gonna be on the Jakiro, and yes, by the way, Fear is indeed standing in. He is not team switching or anything. Snaking will be in the mid lane on the Puck. Puck against Queen of Pain, a matchup that we well know. And we're gonna be seeing an aggressive tri lane for Universe on his Lifestealer, and Way Too Sexy on the Bane. So the aggressive tri lane coming out from the entire Dignitas squad that is still here, on the solo lanes being left to the stand-ins.
The battle begins.
As we'll see what Empire can do against it. I mean, the counter initiation potential from Empire is definitely there with the disruption. And oh, wait a second, open wounds. The double damage room from Fogged. Looking for the ice path, doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it. Gets the first blood with a DD rune. First blood going the way of Fogged. There we go. Just letting him finish talking, of course. But Dignitas already getting a head start here, and already revealing, of course, that they're going to be having an aggressive tri lane. It's going to be tough for Blow Your Brain to get some farm in here, but at least he'll be able to have Goblak around there with the disruption to keep him safe. But as I said earlier already, oh, Ice Path disruption is not going to be there in time, or is it? There it is. Maybe they're going to try to tank the tower. Nope, and they're just going to let it slide. So what I was going to say, the thing is, if you safe disrupt someone and there is an ice path that is able to be used by Fogged, then the ice path will be able to follow up on the disruption. So that's going to be something for Goblak to be wary of. But right now he could of course do that because the ice path had already hit. And luckily for Goblak, he was close enough to still come back in time, as he was gonna of course try to go for a stack. Couldn't do it because there weren't any creeps there. There is a ward there placed by Dignitas, making sure that is not going to be happening, forcing Blow Your Brain and Goblak to be sticking around here. They're at least going to be able to get some experience, but last hit wise, well, that's a whole different story. But yeah, like I said, they can't really initiate too much just yet. Need to wait for the next creep wave also. I'm gonna be having Fogged. He's just standing by for an ice path that he can't possibly throw out. We'll hit like the edge of there it is. Oh, he backs off. Okay, that was awkward otherwise. Gonna be I'm doing something there. Oh wells. We're gonna be having the mid lane. It's gonna be Queen of Pain versus a Puck. Like I said, a very even matchup. Puck can dodge the hits and the Shadow Strike, of course, as well as the harassment that Puck can throw out is not as much as Wiggles can throw out, as the salve is already popped off again by the orb. But it's snaking against Wiggles, two players that are very strong mid. And we're gonna be seeing so far 3 for 5. 4 for 5 now upon Vegas with Snaking getting the dominance here on this mid lane. 11 for 2 for him. So really keeping his grasp on that mid lane for now. Fear in the meantime, 12 for 1 for him as he's getting creep skipped, tower skipped by Scandal, who can just get every single last hit. So he is going to be pulling ahead of everybody right now. He's already got himself 18 last hits and forcing Fear to last hit under a tower, even though that's going to be okay for him. He has the bear to tank up. It's not really ideal. Because the last hits, I mean, it's a bit more tricky to calculate that, I guess. But he does. So he's doing a good job with these. There we go. Able to use the bear for that as well. As Viggle's gonna go for a scream there. Viggles is actually a level higher right now than Puck is, and is able to harass him away. There goes the blink. He can't still scream though. This is a kill, Viggles! We're gonna be getting him the advantage in the mid lane. Might not be getting it on last hit, but we'll definitely be getting it right now with that kill. Solo kill for him. And aggression is of course his game style, and he was able to do it. In the meantime, disruption, ice path is a nightmare ice path. There's a disruption. Dual breath still hits upon Kunkka, but they're still gonna go for Godlike. The open wound's gonna still hit, and that's gonna be Godlike going down. Torrent's gonna still hit on Universe, but I don't think Blur Rain can go in on this one. Not when everybody of Dignitas is still up on full health, and even got some mana to throw at him as well. With spells, of course, but that is going to be the next kill. We go on the way of Dignitas. So Dignitas winning the top lane for now as Blow Your Brain. I mean, he can't get that much last hits. He's got 8 for now. Not even doing too bad. Universe on 18, however, as we have got Lone Druid making the difference on the bottom lane. His bear getting resummoned for that, going down for it, but he was able to get the Darkseer, and that is going to be Fear marked level 5. Level 5, of course, means you got your Entangle. Entangle up on the Darkseer is going to be doing that one. As we're gonna be seeing Silent getting harassed a bit. Nightmare popped off by his own Eidolon, of course, very helpful when they couldn't go in on that one. We're hoping maybe to catch Silent up on a bit lower HP, then they might have been able to do that, but couldn't do it. So we're gonna see more harassment on another Entangle upon Scandal, does have himself another Surge, and this is just gonna be the harassment. That's the one that you saw earlier also, well, that we didn't see because we missed it, but you know what kind of harassment that could have been. And there's gonna be Dignitas pulling ahead on the bottom lane as well. And the thing about Empire's lineup, I mean, if Vickles can buy enough time to also win the top lane in the end, then they're still looking good. But the thing about Kunkka is that he needs to be getting ahead. He needs that strong laning phase, and right now he's not getting it. And even though Vickles is okay with doing mid, even though he's taking a lot of harassment while not getting that much in return on snaking, it is curious to see if Empire can still pull themselves up again, because that's something that with their lineup they need it. They need that. They need this laning phase. They need Blow Your Brain to do well, because otherwise he won't be able to get his item up fast enough. And you know the thing about him is, like with the Typebringer doing a lot of harassment, but you need your items for that. You need your damage items for that, and you need to make sure that your opponent doesn't have the chance to get themselves some more tanky items to be able to survive all that harassment that comes out from the Kunkka. But so far, it's going to be in favor of Dignitas. We see that on the gold graph not so much. It is going in favor of Empire on that one, and that is purely because of the mid lane, as well, mid lane and as well as Darkseer. I mean, he died once, but he's not missed that much creeps with that tower skipping. He's on 40 last hits. And of course, the biggest difference of all is going to be having a hero in the jungle compared to a team that doesn't have someone in the jungle and actually is running an aggressive tri lane. And that is sharing gold between one lane, sharing gold and experience between one lane. So Empire getting ahead on that one, and that is no surprise as we have got Blow Your Brain actually roaming around. Gonna be going for the mid lane. Vigos might try to jump himself in there, but going for the regen rune alone. And now Universe knows that he's being left alone, or at least, well, left alone. It's gonna be Godlike that's still hanging around there at level 3. And they're actually gonna go for this. I think Fog saw them though. Maybe he didn't. They're gonna go for Universe first. He doesn't have X marks to spot or anything like that, so he can't go for it. Even though the black hole would have been there, but the movement wasn't. He was too fast in getting away for that one. Universe, that is. In the meantime, Fog, 1900 gold. Kinda curious to see what he's gonna go for Fear. I mean, I haven't seen Fear play a Lone Druid in a long time, I think. Then again, I haven't really been able to see an AG match in a long time, I think, either. So, kind of nice to see how he's going to be doing. And I think, well, maybe he's just going to go for Radiance, depending on what he wants to have. As we see that Bane still pulling and stacking. He's been trying to help out in the top lane, of course, at first, but realized that at some point the aggression on the tri lane was kind of gone. They couldn't really get anything anymore. Empire made sure that they were careful enough. And then he started rotating and started to get some experience in that jungle, and that's definitely needed. So we've got Universe actually waiting around for the quick wave to come his way. Going for an armlet as the first one, picked himself up the face boots. Super fast build. As he's actually going to be TPing himself mid. Might be thinking about going for Vegas, going to try to force out a blink, there it is. It's going to be Vegas being a bit careful with doing anything before his blink is back on cooldown, off cooldown again. But Universe actually just roaming around a bit, trying to find something that I don't know what, but he can't find it, that's for sure. 8-minute Rooney was too early for that one, as well as Fox is going to get the experience that comes towards him on the lane. That's nice for him though. Like, as support, you need to get those kind of monies. You need to get your from somewhere. 8-minute Rune gonna be picked up by Vegas. He is gonna be able to try and kill off Snaking very fast, unless Snaking, of course, dodges stuff like Sonic Waves, etc. But that's something that Vegas is gonna try to force out, because he has got a DDD Rune. He should be able to get a kill here, but he is gonna get scouted out. Oh, you can take Fogged instead. Hello, Fogged. Hello. And that is gonna be Sonic Wave helping out. The Ice Cat's still in though. Vegas, blink yourself away from this. No, he doesn't. Fuck, getting alive. And it is gonna be Silent that wasn't able to get there in time for a Malefice or something like that. That's a dead Queen of Pain. And that is, I mean, we know that Vegas plays high risk, high reward kind of style, but that was very high risk with no reward whatsoever.
Denied.
Too much damage going through. And a good, well, even if Jakira would have died, it would have been a good trade. But it didn't even die. I mean, he got stuck on very low HP. Just had to go back to base. Not that big of a deal for him. Malefice up on the puck. Himself my Lons and a black hole. Vegas wants revenge. We'll be able to get it. There we go.
It changes nothing.
It changes nothing apparently, but it definitely changed something for Vegas. So he gets himself another kill on the board. Second kill up on the puck, of course.
Radiant's middle tower is
In the
under
meantime,
attack.
Scandal level 8, building towards Mechanism for, oh, Pipe actually for his team, I think. No, Mechanism it is. As a Fog comes back towards the top lane, blow your brain. Gonna be able to land a tour on top of him, just harassment though. Ice Path, also harassment. Blow your brain, not gonna get hit by that though. And Queen of Pain coming in, he came in from the side, but he was forced to blink away. He's gonna be finding himself way too sexy there. There's a silence, Vegas once again, getting picked off. And the Fiend script not even needed by way too
I
sexy.
thought she might have had some new tricks to teach me.
Thank you, Bane. In the bottom lane in the meantime, Fear in some trouble. Gonna be trying to go turn it around with the Scandal perhaps. If he gets some good entangles, Bear is gonna be taking a lot of harassment. He will be able to get resummoned though if he wants to do that. As we have got a TP in from Fog just to make sure that nobody else is gonna be doing anything here. Tower's still taking some harassment, but at least nobody goes down. And Dignitas slowly but steadily pulling ahead, I feel. I mean, we look at the kill score, it's only 3 difference. Gold grab is not that much difference, but experience the same story. But the thing is about these lineups, you need Kunkka to do good at the start. And he is not really getting that start. He's got himself face boots. He is trying to get himself back on top of there, and he is still 3rd on the list. But the Lone Druid and the Lifesteal are doing well for themselves as well, and I am not sure if Empire can get it done. At the same time, you've got this combination thing going for Empire that if they get a black hole off with the Sonic Wave, with the Torn, with the boat, all that jazz, if they get that going, they win a fight.
Top tower is
Guaranteed.
under attack.
So, you know, that whole combo wombo thing for them is still there. Wombo combo thing, I don't know which way around it is, but it is Empire that actually needs to be able to get that off, and I think that Dignitas is very well aware of the fact that Empire indeed does need something like that to go off for them to get ahead in this game, and something that they probably won't want to admit to, as in commit to. They don't want to be taking a team fight. I don't blame them. They're going to be sitting on their lanes. They're going to be continuing to farm. Might lose some towers, but at some point, the Lifestealer and the Lone Druid are going to be fat enough to make sure they need 2 or 3 heroes to take them down, and then all of a sudden, Empire is going to be dealing with the split push of the Lone Druid, split push of the Lifestealer. And if they then try to take team fights, these heroes are going to be tanky enough to take all the damage during the team fight, and then come back afterwards to try and get the kills. We have a Nightmare setting up for Queen of Pain. They also have a Fiend's Grip. Here they come. Malphite coming in though. Fiend's Grip getting cancelled, and I think way too sexy, way too dead. Snake King gonna be landing a Dream Coil up on a 3, and will be able to get himself away afterwards. Here comes Universe though. Might be trying to do something here. Or is he's just passing through. Just passing through. The kill going the way of Empire. A bit of ballsy move by the Bane, trying to go for that Queen of Pain. The support was there in time. The Malefice right after the Fiend's Grip hit, so that was a bit of a waste of Fiend's Grip. Good job for Silent, and it's gonna be a bit of harassment on the tower. So far, by the way, no towers going down on either side. With on the top lane, still Blow Your Brain trying to farm, going for that Shadow Blade still. No real surprise for that one, as you need to get that Shadow Blade. So make sure your Torrents are gonna be, your Tidebringers are gonna be very annoying to deal with. And you can't really deal with them, that's the thing about Tidebringers. The bottom lane, Fear, has he bought something yet? It is a Radiance that he's gonna go for. Got himself the Relic, very close to the recipe of the Radiance. His tower not too happy at this time, but it's not gonna die for now, as the lane is gonna get pushed back again with Fog just coming in here to pull the wave away. Making sure that the Dire Creeps are not gonna be interrupted while on their journey towards the tier 1 tower of the Radiant team. We have a smoke up for Silent and Goblack. Gonna go towards the top lane, or probably towards the top lane. They're gonna be finding way too sexy though if they continue. There they go, and they actually spot it out. Yep, they do. The ward there will scout it out. Or not, or he's gonna be way too dead again. Demonic Purge coming off. The TPs are gonna come in, but I think it's gonna be too late. Torrent's gonna hit. There's a Black Hole. Catches 2 both flying in. That's gonna be 2 supports going down, with Snake King trying to get himself away from this one. The silence is still on there now. It's off. Disruption is gonna start things off. Another Torrent will be popped, and Snake King will get hit by that, even though he was already dead by the time that he got that, because of the Tidebringer still happening and the hit. The General Tower goes down. Vigil's coming in with the last hit for that one. And that is a good fight for Empire. They didn't get the whole combination off on all the heroes there, but making sure that the advantage was in there for them, and gonna be picking off and the heroes and of course the tower. First tower to go down on the map, with Fear still farming freely on the bottom lane. He's gonna be still annoying to deal with for Empire though. He's gonna be having his Radiance fairly soon. Blink Dagger though up on the side of Enigma. They really want to go bank on that combination, and if he gets his Blink Black Hole going and he hits on enough people, will definitely be making a difference. And the thing is, like, if you look at Dignitas lineup, there's Entangles and Ice Paths and Fiend's Grip and Nightmares and not really Dream Coils, but Waning Rifts
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
to stop him from casting. But the only thing that actually goes through BKB for that one is gonna be the Fiend's Grip. Unless I'm forgetting something, which could be the case. So well. So he might be getting a BKB next, and then at least make sure that he gets the Bane inside that black hole every single time, and he will be able to cast just freely. But he needs to get that combination going. 5-man black hole would be ideal with all the stuff going through, but I don't think Dignitas is at the level that they're gonna let themselves get caught in that one. Shadow Blade up on Blur Brain, blink forward. Dream Coil up on 2, 3 even. It's gonna be Vigils taking a lot of damage, getting open wounds up on him. He's gonna blink himself away. Boat flies in, not gonna hit anything for now. Nobody dying just yet, as we have got way too sexy. Fiends gripping Scandal, can't get away. Blow Your Brain can try to stop him from doing that, and there he goes. Vigils picking up a kill. Sonic Wave doesn't hit anything, but he's still got a double kill, killing up and the Puck and the Bane. As the Lone Druid picks up Enigma at the back end of things, and is gonna try to maybe go for Shadow Demon and Scandal as well. He does have the Radiance. The Bear could actually burn them to death right now if he is fast enough. Doesn't even need to have the hero chase. Well, we're gonna just see. The Bear is actually gonna be going the wrong way, as Queen of Pain is still able to pick off the Jakiro on the back end. So a triple kill basically for Vigos. who's now got 2,500 gold in his inventory. One thing though, I mean, the two most important heroes on the side of Dignitas are still alive, with both Fear as well as Universe having their heroes still intact. And even Fear being able to pick up kills like that. I don't know what that means. Epic host. If I don't know what that means, I don't think an American team will know what it means either. So fine. Vigo's going for a sheepstick. Basically the one thing that you should be doing. You know that you're gonna have to deal with two very strong heroes and you have to try and shut them down. Sheepstick is gonna be the one that you're gonna need for that one. Because we do have Kunkka, but like I said, with the Shadowblade gonna be finishing his drums soon as well. And after that, well, he needs some big carry items and they need that team fight to work for them, and then they can definitely win this game. At the same time, if Dignitas is gonna avoid those team fights, I think they definitely have a better chance to win it, because team fights is basically the one that Empire is strongest in. But if you look at just pure damage, pure potential for kills, Dignitas is gonna be pulling up ahead there with and the Lone Druid and the Lifestealer. And the control that a puck can bring in a fight as well as ice paths, and you know, the shutdown that Dignitas has is insane. And the smoke up is there as well. Let's see where they're gonna go. Well, we see the minimap. They might be going for Vegas. But if they do, they're going for a long walk. And Vegas is one of those heroes that can blink himself away. So by the time that they're there, maybe they're gonna be able to start off with a Fiend script. They do have that off cooldown. So if Vegas comes close, no, not anymore. Now he knows that they're there and he backs off. There we go. If they were a bit more patient, they would have been able to go for a kill, but they weren't patient enough. Been in the smoke for long. I wanted to just continue to farm. Is the armlet's almost done up on Universe? I mean, his farm is not really too great, but it's still second highest of his team. It is gonna be the gold craft that's still in favor of Empire. 4k though, not that much. And one tower is still in favor of Empire as well, so that gold just gets added up to that one. Kills are 3 in favor of Empire, so also a bit of gold for that. So all in all, it's not that big of a difference. With the experience grab going the way of Empire as well, purely for that Enigma that they had in the jungle, as well as of course for the kills that they've got more than Dignitas has, with the last kills going all the way of Vigas on his Queen of Pain, getting himself level 13 with that one, highest level in the game, together with the Lone Druid who has level 13 as well. As it's gonna be Silent coming in here, maybe trying to go for something. They are just with the two of them though. And they don't know that the Jakiro's there. There's a Silence up, Silence is gonna be Silence, is gonna be going down. Sonic Wave whiffs on the puck. It is gonna be a Fiend script up on Vegas. So 2 kills going the way of Way Too Sexy. He's getting himself a double kill up on the Bane, and that was just 2 heroes thinking they could get a quick kill up on the puck, with puck not going down. Puck being a happy pucky guy. And it is gonna be Empire that's gonna be sad about that, with the puck actually picking up a blink dagger because of those 2 kills that just got thrown their way. Dignitas, they were prepared. Word being placed, go black. Gonna be going for the Bane. This is a solo kill if he goes for it though. TPs are gonna come in, I was gonna say. A support Shadow Demon going for a kill at the back end of a tower of the opponent team. Well, that'll be the day, won't it?
Regeneration.
Go black. Gonna be finding EG. We're gonna be finding Fear. There's Soul Catcher up on there. The Bear though is so much harassment with the Radiance Burn as well. Here comes support from both teams. Silent having his blitz. Oh, his Black Hole Ratty. It's on 2. Do they have enough damage? Snaking still alive for now. Torrent will be still there with it is both flying through as well. Snaking still goes down. Vacuum into Darkseid while Dual Breath going through as well. And it is Darkseid that picks up the Lone Druid. Way Too Sexy gonna be going down. Another kill going the way of Vigas. Double kill for him with only Goblet going down on the side of Empire. 4 heroes dead on the side of Dignitas, with the only one staying alive, Universe, who wasn't there for that fight.
Radiant's middle tower.
He wasn't there at all. And this is gonna be the kind of fights Empire wants to take. Just getting Dignitas out of their closet, basically, out of their box, and just, you know, forcing them into a fight with giving them hope of a free kill of a support Shadow Demon. But Silent being there with the black hole, it only caught out 2, but it was, you know, he cut the puck in there, he was forced back, and with the Shadow Strike, he was still gonna die. That was basically the hero that's controlling those fights for Dignitas, and the Darkseer wall was just perfect. The dual breath, pretty nice from Jakiro, still going through, but couldn't get anything done by himself. Needed that lone druid that was already down by that time. But the thing is, for this guy fight, Empire doesn't get anything in return for this fight. They don't get any tier 2 tower. Tier 1 tower still drops. That is something, I guess. But it is, it's not as much as you might think with having 4 heroes down in your opponent team. And they might actually lose a tier 1 of their own for that one. Fortification is still there, but I don't think they want to use it. And they just let the tower get picked up by the lone druid. He was pretty damn farmed indeed. He is the highest farmed hero on the map. Gonna get himself a torrent in the face. Tidebringer as well, but as you can see, not doing that much. Because they see him. Open wounds, can't blink, getting silenced, getting killed, can't move. And the Centaur doing the job there for Dignitas, and the Invis rune on Vigos costing him his life ultimately. And with this skill up, we might actually see Dignitas trying to push for more than just a tier 1 tower. They've got the advantage. They know the black hole is on cooldown, but they don't want to be forcing it, looks like.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Don't want to be forcing it as well. Surge up. Scandal. Can't really chase down anybody anymore. It's way too far away, but it's going to be able to get that farm anyways. Well, ward covers are way too sexy. I mean, we saw that in the mid lane. It is working out for them, that's for sure. That is indeed for sure, as the bear's just pushing down bottom lane again. And we also have some aggressive wards from Empire, by the way. I mean, they've got wards at the spots that I just indicated. I mean, this is just them being preparing for being aggressive, but they need to be able to have their full team. They need to be able to have a fight like they just had before. And feel the freedom to go in, as we have the bear actually coming in. Gonna be picked off, but they know that the Roshan is going on. So Empire, will they back off, or will they actually continue going? They will back off. And the bear, of course, well, possible to get resummoned in 5 seconds. To kill it off again would be a big loss for Dignitas, as Roshan is going to be tempted again. They're not going to come in, so might as well just continue going for that, even though Vigos by himself can't do that. Needs to have the help of his team, and it's actually Empire that is going to try to go force out a fight, leaving the Roche pit. They're going to be hanging around all mid. Well, Dignitas, even though they're all around mid-ish, they're still farming a bit, so they're getting more out of their time right now than Empire is getting. The gold graph still going the way of Empire. Experience graph gonna be almost back towards the 2.5k, but with that team fight that we had earlier, that is gonna be going towards the 5k once more, even though it's just dropping back and forth, as you can see. 5k, 7.5k, you know what I mean. You see that line too. Let's see what Dignitas can accomplish here on this bottom lane. They're gonna try to go for Kunkka. He has got a Shadow Blade and a Crystallis by now. Do they have any way of scouting him out? They've got a sentry ward placed. Now they do anyways. They've got sentry wards in their inventory. Not just way too sexy, but also Fog still has one as well. Just in case they see him. And it's gonna be the tier 1 tower that Dignitas is after. Is of course free gold lying on the map. Why not pick it up? As Queen of Pain with this fight, we'll have a side of Vice. Oh, blow your brain. You're gonna be passing a sentry ward. They know he's there. Next mark the spot. It's gonna be still be hitting up on a torrent. Nightmare is there instead though. It's gonna be an ice path up on Scandal. Bear aggressing. Disruption there to try and help out. Blow your brain. Already taking a lot of damage. Both flying in. Not gonna do anything. Infest there. Universe trying to get some AoE damage going, and this should be for Empire the way out. But can they actually get himself out of there? It is gonna be Blow Your Brain that gets picked up. Shadow Demon already picked up by the puck as well, as Silent jumps himself in, thinking he'd go for a black hole, but he can't do it. Triple kill for the bear. And this is Vigos, the only one left alive. And with that tier 1 tower gone, I think it's actually gonna be time for the first tier 2 to drop on the map. They could try to go for it, knowing that only Vigos is left alive, but they're actually just gonna be securing something else. Roshan is gonna be the call. And it's gonna be their prize after that team fight that went so convincingly their way by just the harassment that they can throw out with the bear, with the puck, and just giving Empire no chance to do what they want to be doing, to jump themselves in for a black hole and the whole combination style thing that they have. But not possible for them, not when they're on that low life. At least the upside is that the black hole is not used at all, so there still will be a black hole by the time that Enigma is back up, which he is right now. So it is gonna be Dignitas that can't really go for more.
Greetings.
But the experience graph goes back towards the Bell Zero line. Gold graph and experience graph, both. You see it. Both look about the same. Team fights equal gold. Team fights winning equals towers sometimes and Roshan, so getting more gold. And of course they get experience as well from all those kills that they just got. And they didn't lose anybody in return. Gonna be seeing Lifestealer. Gonna probably be going for a basher. Picking up the javelin already. A basher is indeed complete. Yay! So that's gonna be Universe being able to bash probably Kunkka most of all. But better yet, he'll have something to throw at the Enigma as well. So no black hole if he just can keep hitting that guy. Even though he is gonna be building towards the BKB. Bash goes through that though. There we go. They're gonna be trying to go for it from behind. Gonna be having Fog first. Fog already going down. Scandal being locked inside though. Silent stop. It's gonna be Disruption trying to help out. Here comes a black hole. It's only up on Fear and his bear. It is gonna be a Dream Cold that get hit by snaking. He can't go in just yet. The bear will go down. Master's still alive. We have got Universe coming in. Enigma in some trouble. Running himself out of there as we have got the Aegis being popped. Everybody being so low on Empire. Look at that one. 4 HP. Them both buff helping him out. Queen of Pain still picks up the Bane. But it's gonna be snaking that is still be able to pick up the Darkseer as well. Vigal's able to jump himself out. Can't do anything unless they can chase as the drums go on. The chase is on. Wanna go for him. Universe has got to rage again in a moment. But the blink away from Vigals is there. Where are you gonna go, Vigals? He is gonna be safe actually by just doing that 3-4-2. With the bear almost going down. But not quite.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, was that quite? Actually, it might have been the Aegis. Wow, shame on me for not knowing that one. I think it was the Aegis that got popped. No Aegis anymore left on the team. You just see him on very low life. Just following other sides of the fight. But Empire once again, the one to initiate once again the control in favor of Dignitas. The black hole only cut out one. And that is something that you can't really afford, even though it's not bad to have the lone druid in that black hole, but you have to actually kill him off before that's actually worth it. And if you don't, that's not going to be worth it at all. And even if you do, it's still going to be leaving 4 heroes on the map that can definitely control you for the rest of the team fight as well. With the Ice Path, with the Necropire, the Silences, the Fiend Script, the Nightmares. So much control coming out of Dignitas, it's insane. And that they really show that in those fights. Of course, every time again, Empire is able to get a couple of kills, apart from just now on the bottom lane. But they need to not trade, they need to win team fights to be able to get ahead in this game, because they have got the team fight lineup. The gimmicky lineup, if you would call it like that. With Dignitas having the Lone Druid and the Lifestealer, the later this game goes, the more favorite will be for Dignitas. Especially if they're going to be able to avoid those kind of team fights. As we're going to see the Vanguard actually up on Scandal, pick that up, extra tanky for him. Gonna be seeing the Assault Grass ready up on Fear. With the Bane not really having anything apart from just wards and boots and an Urn Charge. And we've seen these wards everywhere, by the way. They're keeping it up, they're keeping the control, knowing what Empire is doing constantly. And the push continues on from Dignitas on the bottom lane. Tier 2 tower, there's still no Tier 2 towers down on the map for either team. Both teams have lost all their Tier 1s though. And this bear might be able to do this. Malefit's going off. There's the Infest on the sidelines. There's going to be Disruption to try and keep the Darkseer up, but Scandal is going to be having to run for his life. The Surge is up. Might actually be enough. No! Fiend's Grip being wasted for that one. Well, it wasted. They got a kill, I guess, with Goblet going down still. The Bear's Burn doing enough. Snaking, jumping himself into Silent, who is going to not have a black hole. Not going to be able to do anything. He's going to be going down, dominating, snaking. Open wounds up on Vigals. Here comes a boat, though. Can Blow Your Brain do anything? He gets locked inside an Ice Path and a Macropire, and he is gonna be going down. Thou shall not run. Vigals blink himself back into his base, wants to still go for a kill. Ice Path, Nightmare, dead, and that's a team wipe. Another team wipe on Empire, and Empire, the team that is supposed to be winning these kind of fights, 5-on-5 fights, but just the initiation that Dignitas brings with being actually, you know, picking Scandal off before the fight starts. basically shutting down everybody before they can do anything. The control is just in the hands of Dignitas, and it shows, and the tier 3 tower is going to be feeling that as well. Queen of Pain, dead for another 40 seconds, and they definitely need Vegas to get themselves on top of this one. And not just a black hole vacuum, they need the damage to go through it. And Queen of Pain with that Sonic Wave plays a big role in that, especially if Kunkka gets unlucky with the crits. But they get the Rex. One lane of Rex, and they back off. Empire couldn't do anything about it. Well, no. What I feel like they should do right now is trying to go for a smoke, trying to go for find themselves their own fight instead of getting their fights forced up on them. They of course tried to go for a fight earlier on the top lane, but maybe try to go for a fight that you are actually in favor of numbers as well. Not just for the surprise element, but also just going for a 5-on-4 or 4 or 5-on-3 even, just to get some heroes down inside of Dignitas and be able to push something for it, get something in return for it. The drawing on the minimap is there. Coming off from snaking, indicating that they might be expecting something to come from behind. Empire to go for a wraparound gank, but Empire so far not looking like they want to gank anything at all. They want to defend their tier 2 tower. TPs are gonna come out, they're standing ready.
Dire's middle tower
And you see how
is under
careful
attack.
Dignitas is. They know that Empire would in theory want them to fight, but this Empire is being shot too much to have still any fight in them apparently. Tower goes down on Brew picking up the gold. Snaking, finally having his invis rune being worn out, but they won't find a fight right now, and this is only one tier 2 tower left standing on the side of Empire, with Dignitas still hanging around thinking, you know, what are they gonna do? Aren't they the ones that should be going for that fight? Or have they have it enough? But the top lane is gonna be the one that they're gonna go for, as we have a Deadless up on Kunkka, so that might be changing stuff. But the fact remains that he needs a bit of luck to actually help out with that one. And that's gonna be the tier.
Dire's top tower is
Tier 2
under
tower
attack.
going down, because Empire is not gonna defend this. And even if they wanted
Dire's
to, they're
top
too late
tower
right
has
now.
fallen.
Of course the hardest part comes when you try to push up to the tier 3 tower, but right now, with the bear being that farmed, with also the lifestealer being that farmed, who is by the way still infested in snaking there, they just want to try and make the best of it. Already an enfeeble up on the Kunkka, that makes by the way such a big ass difference, it's insane. I mean, the reason why Kunkka is such a gimmicky hero is because, of course, his Tidebringer and the crits that he can throw out. But if you nerf his attack damage by that much, it's not going to be doing half as much. And Dignitas keeping the control, not going for that tier 3 anymore. Gonna go try and unlock elsewhere, pushing the mid lane back. Maybe trying to, you know, they like with what they're doing right now is they're still on the winning end because Empire is not really farming anything. They're just waiting. The only thing that they can farm is the bottom lane that constantly pushes out, but the bottom lane, this gives only half the experience, so not really that ideal at all. And Dignitas, they're just gonna be waiting for the ages once more probably. So we've got Universe with 3,800 gold in his inventory, finally infested out of snaking. And the Abyssal Blade, that's what Universe goes for, ready now. Gonna be something that he'll want to jump on the Kunkka or on the Enigma, depending on if they want to stop the black hole from going off. As Enigma is gonna be going for that BKB, still only has, almost has a complete, well I say almost, but still needs 1,200 gold. So we're gonna see if he can get that with the next team fight, possibly. As they smoke up, looking for something, looking for a way, and gonna be finding the bear first though. Bear, not scouting him out. Gonna be going in. Gonna be finding Bane. Malefice. Starting off the Demonic Birds. Bane gonna be putting himself into a nightmare, and here comes Dignitas opening up on Go Black. There's a disruption helping out on the sidelines. Vigos is actually gonna be going for snaking, but Vigos gets turned into a piglet. But it's gonna be Universe trying to eat everybody up on the inside, as we're gonna still have, there we go, Vegas picks up, snaking, but it is Fear that comes to play, and it is Fear that gets himself wicked sick by getting a kill up on a lot of heroes of Empire. There's actually only 2 down anymore. Wow, why is this, like, this is what I mean, like, Empire, they have this big team fight combination, as we see Vegas still going down. They have this big team fight combination where they need to have everybody in one place and get a black hole going, you know, get everything going. Even if they're not completely in the black hole position, you can still vacuum them in. But Dignitas, they are taking fights all over the place. And even you saw Vegas just going offshore, going for a solo kill up on the puck, which is nice. I mean, he still got the puck, but it means that he wasn't able to help out his team on the back end, meaning that Fear could just go his way and just get some kills there, as we now have got Empire with 3 dead on the sidelines. We'll be having to, of course, to give up another Roshan, and Dignitas is gonna just be able to only lose the puck and get themselves and the Roshan, and maybe even more on top of that one, but I mean, the fight is just so disjointed, and that's really not working out for Empire at all. And that's also making my camera work extra crap, because I want to see everything, and that's of course not good, because you can't see everything, and then I can't make choices, because choices are stupid. Rather know exactly what you want to do, and then you have that result. It's gonna have the Basher on the bear as well. Basher's aplenty on the side of Dignitas. With Empire back to defend their base. Question is, are they gonna come out for the next six minutes, knowing that the Aegis is up? And the Aegis being up on the Lifesteer in this case, and they smoke up, with a couple at least. Vigo's waiting for someone to join him, won't be happening though. Dignitas hanging around. He's getting some farm up, I mean, we know why not, why buy sometime? Yeah. I'm kinda curious to see if, because you know, the combination is still there for Empire, so if they only get it once,
Invisibility.
it will already buy them a lot of time, and maybe also momentum if they can get a good fight at the right time, at the right place. But it requires so many things to be right. And then you also have Dignitas, who know that's something that Empire wants to do. So they're not gonna let that happen. As we're gonna have an infested Lifesteer in staking again. We're gonna be going in from the side. X marks the spot, up on Fog, but here they go. Where they go? On the sidelines, Puck already picked himself up the Enigma, so no black hero here. As there's an Abyssal Blade up on Vegas. Both flying in, trying to hit up on Bane. He's still gonna go down, but that's the only casualty so far on Dignitas, while already 2 on the sidelines for Empire. It is gonna be a nice ice path, and that is gonna be the last one alive. Blow Your Brain is gonna be picked off here as well. Not gonna be able to do anything in return. It doesn't get a crit, isn't lucky. 1 for the prize of 5, and the GG well played goes out. It is gonna be Empire that is gonna be having to be 1 game down in the next matchup. It is of course the best out of 3, so they're still gonna have a chance to force out a game number 3 for Dignitas. But Dignitas 1 game up, they're only gonna need 1 game more to stick themselves into this winners bracket finals, because this is a winners bracket match. So the loser will still have a chance, because they'll only be dropped down to the losers bracket to be going up against Liquid. And we'll find out.
Under attack.
As we're just waiting for the throne to fall, and then we're gonna jump ourselves into the next match. If you wanna support me, you can do so by subscribing to my YouTube on youtube.com/SheeverGaming. You can follow me on twitter.com/SheeverGaming, but most importantly, check out my website. It is gonna be SheeverGaming.com, where you find all the matches of today and tomorrow, and also, of course, all the VODs of all the games of all the casters, not just my own, in the archive. So take a look at that, and have a good, well, not have a good night. You're sticking around here because you want to see game number 2. We're gonna have game number 2 right now, so don't go anywhere.